Hello, welcome, bienvenido a todos. This is the 12th time I've tried making this video, and every single time I keep screwing it up one way or another. Whether I hit a red signal, I pick a service that isn't working properly. Um, Hopefully, I'm going to be able to pay attention to this one enough. I know that there's a train in front of me that's going to keep me on my toes. Um, So I need to just remember that and not get carried away talking and forgetting where I am and what the next signal is. So I've got a red at the moment because there's a train pulling out. Well, there's two. Oh, there's two, and I'm going to get stuck behind this one. This one, I think it's that one. Yeah, it's on my path, and it's going to be on my path for a long time. I don't know if it's going to pull off as well. That's the annoying thing. As far as I've got so far doing this route, well, this service I haven't completed it yet because I keep running the red light while I'm talking. So yeah, I'm trying again for like the 150th time. So what I will say about this route so far is that it is I'll put AWS on. It's very well modeled, I would say. It really does remind me of this route. Traveled on this route in real life, on these trains. I wouldn't claim to be an expert, but this route is good. It did the voice just tell me AWS was operational? I haven't heard that before. I obviously didn't pay it much attention. Right, so that train in front of me, I think, is a stopping service, and that's why I get a red light. Which isn't surprising, to be honest, because I'm leaving a few seconds early, but trains do this. Everyone has different times. And I need to remember that as I approach Croydon, I'm probably going to get a red, because that train is going to stop ahead of me. I think it may stop in Clapham Junction as well. I think it's a southern service to Brighton, and it's, well, it might not go to Brighton, but it has a stop in Clapham Junction, and then a stop in Croydon, and then there might be a stop between Croydon and, well, if it's going to Brighton, I think it'll just go to Gatwick Airport, and then it'll stop somewhere between Gatwick and Brighton, like Three Bridges, or what's that other place? Bexley Junction, something Junction, something Hill Junction. First impressions of this route, we just left Victoria. Frame rate, not great around here. As I said, the modelling is great, the station looks amazing. Sad that there's no southern services, but that's because on PlayStation 4, on which we are playing, it can't handle those layers, so they're not there. But you still get like 1,000 or something southern services. Like, this route feels busy. Look, another Gatwick Express train. As I said, the modelling is good. There you can see in the distance above Victoria, I think it's a John Lewis building, or it used to be where John Lewis were based. Then you've got the BOAC building, and then these Art Deco buildings, all as they are in life. These buildings are, I mean, they're placeholdery, but, I mean, not placeholdery, they're generic-y, but they're good, I would say. This gives you the feel, in my opinion, of approaching Victoria. This is the engine shed, that again, it's there in real life, next to that terrace. And then we cross over the Albert Embankment, and there it is, Battersea Power Station, which it looks exactly like Battersea Power Station does. It will have more cranes as we get closer. Yeah, see, they gradually appear. And then there's Nine Elms down there. And then there's nothing loading in. I think on PC, I have this on PC, I think there's buildings there. Not accurate, like Vauxhall and the MI6 building and all that, but like decent. Like, this is surprising to me because this is what it looks like. This building is basically bang on. This is what it looks like in real life. And it's surprising that they like modelled that one. But well done to them. So now we're heading into the southwest. The southern services would have, southeastern services would have gone off that way, towards the southeast, funnily enough. Whereas we are heading south. Well, we're heading southwest out of London and then south to Brighton. So, well, only kind of southwest. I think in the end we just go south. At the moment we're heading southwest because we joined the southwestern main line just as we go into Clapham Junction. So I mean, look at these houses. This is London, and there is the southwestern main line, which we will run alongside down there. So things to say about this route. Yeah, as you'll see, the loading distances aren't great. I mean, it's kind of par for course with the rush hour routes. It's really pushing the envelope on old consoles now. So it's not that surprising, but the detail in this route is honestly, I would say, brilliant. And so we're approaching Clapham Junction, which is a very, very busy rail hub. One of the busiest outside of the big central London termini, and it's a shame, but as you'll see, all these tracks are for southwestern trains who are not in the game, so there's no AI, there's no layers or anything you'll get there. Nobody gets them, and Clapham Junction is half and half. Well, it's like a mixture of three big ones. Like it's southern, southwest trains, and then you've got the Gatwick Express and London Overground use it. So what that basically usually means is that it's a very busy because it's got two big main lines running through it. Like this one leads off to the south and the other one leads off to the southwest. But obviously you're only getting half of that. Oh, it's gone yellow. Good. I think that train ahead of us stopped here. And I think it's going to stop at Croydon as well. So, I mean, Clapham Junction it's a nowhere place. I never liked it around there. But it's famous for this huge advertising hoarding, which is the biggest in the UK, I think. And I mean, I don't know if that's what's there. I guess it might be in real life now. There used to be a huge Emirates advert there, which literally had a massive model of the A380 on it, and I always liked that, but not anymore, it seems, which is not surprising after all that's happened in the past couple of years. And I don't live in London anymore, so it's been a long time since I saw that. So I'm just gonna ponder along as we're stuck in the yellows of the train ahead, which I'm pretty sure it's a southern service that I think is going to Brighton. So it's a stopping service that will stop. Well, it's a semi-fast. It'll stop at it stops at Clapham Junction. It'll stop at Croydon, Gatwick Airport, and somewhere between Gatwick and oh look, it's gone up to green, so I can speed up again. And it'll stop at somewhere between Gatwick and Brighton. I don't know where. I'm not that familiar with the stations. Or the ones that I am familiar with, I don't think it would stop there. I'm trying to remember which ones I stopped at. Something like something Hill. Began with a B. Bexley Hill. Hassocks. Something like that as well. Maybe it'll stop there. And then finally Brighton. Now Brighton is exactly the same as it was in East Coast Way, so there isn't any big surprises there. It's maybe busier, but that's about it. So this end is really what everything up until Brighton is basically the new shiny bits. And I have to say, like I said, I'm impressed. I think the London Victoria approach and the way that it looks is pretty good, pretty bang on. The amount of traffic is brilliant. Like, sure, there's stuff that just isn't going to be in there because it's not modelled, and it's just a shame about the southeastern layers. But again, there's enough going on this route to really. Oh, we've fallen inside. Ooh. Oh, another big thing. Which, I mean, I feel for DTG, I really do, because I think they're really pushing this game to the limit, or they're pushing the hardware to the limit, or the software that underpins it to the limit. I think they're pushing everything to the limit, to be honest, themselves too. Because despite this being the third and final rush hour route, and despite Dresden having certain issues with not enough timetabled services being in there to make it feel like a rush hour route, this route doesn't have rush hour passengers. So you'll see the platforms are empty, the trains are empty, which is not like a rush hour route or like the Boston route, which had it all, had the trains and the people, and that's because as you can see from the performance struggling, that the train it just wouldn't work with the passengers turned on. I think on PC they are. I'm not sure about PS5 and Xbox Series X, but on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One they're not turned on. And honestly, if that's the sacrifice for now, that's fine. I love the passengers. They really do make it feel rush hour-y, so it's a shame they're not here. But I would rather have this level of frame rate and performance than something worse, because this is like the lower limit for me. Worse than this, when you're in Victoria, would be that. Yeah, that would be when I might start saying unplayable. But for now, yeah, I can enjoy this. So, where are we? So, well, somewhere. I don't want to pause and look at the other map. That's a junction. Could be. Trying to think what junctions are in the Southland. One of them is Norwood Junction. Maybe it's that one. Feels quite close to. Maybe this is Norwood Junction as well. The couple of ends in South London, Nunhead, but I don't think we passed Nunhead on this route, so I doubt that's it. Norbury? Well, one of them is Norwood Junction. I can't remember what. Oh, I should look at what that station was called. It would probably tell me. Oh well, too late. So yeah, whilst I shouldn't be getting carried away, whilst I try not to get carried away, so I can pay attention to those signals, and if that train ahead of me stops at East Croydon, is it East Croydon? Yes, it is. Oh, Gatwick Express train. Sound doesn't sound right. That didn't. But oh well. Here we go. I mean, yeah, like I said, this feels like Brighton Main Line. These stutters are a little bit annoying. I don't know if they're worse than the other ones. I think actually, as I played more and more on Rush Hour, I think they're related to the camera being able to zoom and out. I think sometimes, because when you change the camera view, it resets the field of view. I think it maybe pushes the computer, well, either the hardware or the software, it pushes it a bit too much and it can't handle it. But yeah, I mean, if you're still playing this game, then you kind of know it pushes the limits of what the console and the game engine and the software it's built on can really do. But we do it because I still play it because it looks like this and it's brilliant. And I wasn't even looking forward to this route. Nope. Of the three, this was the one that I was like, meh. It's a Southern Electric third rail route, meh, not that big. I'm familiar with the route in real life, so I was like, it's not going to show me anything new or interesting. No new rolling stock really. I know this train has been like extensively rebuilt model for the 387. It's not the same as the 377. It's not just a reskin. It is fairly different. But yeah, I wasn't excited by it. But having played it, I'll be honest, it is a good route. It's a great route. Like it's so well modelled and so much effort has gone into um, bespoke buildings. I mean, when we get to Croydon, I'll show you a really good one, and I really didn't expect it. And when I saw it, I was like, yes. Um, and it's really impressive when that kind of effort is put in because it makes up for a lot, and especially on this route where these more modern routes, the latest routes where they're really pushing everything, passengers, trains, timetables, dispatcher, and so the game is struggling. Um, it really makes up for it when you see those bespoke assets, similar to how like in Dresden, a lot of the issues once you start playing at night and you see how the lights reflect and how the atmospheric impression that you get. Oh, so we're at Croydon now. So, this is Croydon, East Croydon. And it does feel... and the station is well modelled. The station does feel like East Croydon. Even down to the bit where they even did the green tiles. That's what I like. These buildings are very similar, not identical, but similar. The station roof is facing, and that is the building, the 50p building, a Richard Seaford original. I can't remember its official name. I think it's called like NLA House or something. But it's called the 50p building colloquially because it's shaped like a 50 pence, like the floor plan. I'm not even sure it really is. I think it's an octagon. I can't remember what the 50p is. I think it might be a heptagon. But anyway, it's called the 50p building, and I can't believe they actually modelled it because it looks exactly like that in real life. So yeah, and the station is bang on. So that for me, one of those things that's important, and it's one of the things that makes it good for me. This route, a really good route. So back to the train and the importance of driving. From here on out, we may have a clear path because the train may have pulled off to another line. It feels like it. Yep, I think that train, we were pathed ahead of it, which is great. So this isn't a fast route. I think 90 is the top speed limit on this route, which actually, compared to a lot of the routes, is actually quite fast when I think about it. UK trains are actually surprisingly fast. We may not have the UK may not have the most high speed trains, but like the general speeds at which trains travel, it's pretty good, pretty decent. So this train can only go 100 miles an hour anyway. So third rail, I think 100. Oh no! Oh wow, it can go 110. No way. Really? I thought the speed limit, the fastest world speed record for a third rail was the Class 442, and that got 109. Well, I mean, there's nowhere third rail that has a speed limit of 110. I don't think anyway. So, oh no, it's because this is dual voltage, so it has a pantograph. It can run on overhead lines. That's it. On third rail, I guess 90 is the limit. I don't think it goes anywhere in the UK on third rail goes faster than 90. I think that's generally the speed limit for third rail in the UK. And 100 is about the sort of theoretical limit, but the fastest was the Class 442 at 109. Now it makes sense. And we are shooping along at 83, so we're throwing caution to the wind. Oh, I love it. I love it, and I really hope Gatwick plays ball, because when I first did Gatwick, something happened, and I was like, oh, that is amazing. And I'm hoping it's going to be doing it today, on this line, on this journey. It should do. It's done it on all the others. Well, no, on a couple it didn't do it, and I think it's because maybe it changes. Well, no, I'll explain when we see it. I don't want to. I don't want to ruin the surprise if you don't have this route or haven't seen it. But if it doesn't happen, then I'll just tell you. We're 11 miles away from Gatwick anyway, so and we're going at 90, so it shouldn't take us that long to get there. And then it's on to Brighton. So from here we just diverged onto the avoiding line, which means this is basically no stations, and then we rejoin. So yeah, that's the slow line that has all the stations, and we are off it, and we are going to pass over it, and then go on like an express line, I guess. It doesn't have stations, so we say goodbye to you. So I don't have my driver's vigilance device on or my driver's safety. I can't remember if I explained this in this video. I've done so many videos attempting to do this route, so I've forgotten where I am. But I didn't turn them on because they don't sound loud enough outside the cab, and I keep getting emergency stops because I don't realise the alarm is going off. So when I'm going like all of like this, like I do, like I'm a frenetic, overexcited child, I don't hear the beep that tells me I need to acknowledge, and it stops the train, which is one of the reasons why I haven't done very well with this route so far. I keep missing it. I keep having to stop because I get emergency brakes, and then I'm like, oh, you don't want to carry on, I'll be too late. Hello, Southern. But regardless, I carrying on and desperately trying to pay attention to the signals, so that I don't forget, and accidentally run for a red again. Ah, there we go. This is the fastest this train gets on this line, and it does look fast. Ooh, and it looks nice actually, I have to say, in that red. Like I said, I was a bit bored of these trains and Southern Rail, but overall, given what else this route does well, I'm content. Like, doesn't this feel like, if you've ever been on the Brighton Main Line, doesn't this feel like you're running through the south of England, coming into Sussex, on your way out of London, on your way to the seaside, or the airport? And I've done this route a lot on the way to Gatwick. Less times on the way to Brighton, but still a fair few times. Yeah, it's always either this or the 377 for Southern, or the Thameslink trains, which now are class 700s, but before, and for years, it was class 319s. Yeah, they were a nightmare. Really narrow doors and pokey interiors. I think that's when it was first Capital Connect running the service from London Bridge, Thames Link. Oh well, and through the the actual Thames Link as well, tunnel, underneath central London, from Bedford, yeah, Bedford to Brighton. God, they were oh, I always forget about this turn. I say, oh, I haven't played this route enough to even get to this point that often, but yeah, there's a few where it goes from 90 to 80 to take you around a corner, and I always forget. There's another one. There's another one that I think is like there, maybe? Still 5 miles from Gatwick, gosh. And Gatwick it's about halfway, like bang on halfway. We do actually have the time right there, correct? And the date. Well, the date's not the actual date of today, is it? No. It's the 9th when I'm recording this on the 9th. Probably will go up on the 10th. If I finish it. And God hope I finish it. Because I've had enough false starts trying to make this video. There we go. Oh, I can go back up to 90 now. Yeah, this is what this line feels like. Whoa, whoa, whoa! And what I like is that there are 12-car trains as well. I haven't seen many. I mean, no, I've seen a few, but I don't know if I can drive them. I haven't seen that many today, but then this isn't a rush hour service, and I think maybe the 12 cars are more focused around when you're driving in a rush hour period, and it would make more sense. Quite a few of them go off the map, as I guess they're going to... Where else do Southern services go? They don't just go to Victoria, like when they go to London Bridge as well. Do they go anywhere else? Now that I think about it. Oh, there's some that carry on, that go through the West London line and then onwards to Milton Keynes. God, it's funny to think of that. Yeah, they stop at Shepherd's Bush. I remember seeing them, and then they join the West Coast Main Line. Okay, so we're 2 miles away now. I'm gonna take off the accelerator and. Yeah, we are going fast. Whenever you're zoomed in like this, you're like, oh, I'm not even going that fast. And then when you zoom out, you suddenly realise, yeah, I am. I actually am. Okay, well, 1.5 minutes. I think I'm going to be braking heavy and late. Late and heavy. Let's go. Well, I'm going to sow the seeds now. Right, I've got 1 minute. 1 minute to get there. And there comes Glasgow, what did I say? Gatwick Airport popping into view. Look, plane! Plane! That was the surprise I had. And there'll be another one before we leave. Or another 2 maybe. Okay, this was actually a surprisingly smooth. Well, I'm impressed with myself, I'll be honest. Ooh, bang on the money, and doors open. Ah, 1 second. Ah, yes, that was good. That was good. look, look, look. Plane! And if my eyes don't deceive me, what they've done is they've taken a model of a 747 from somewhere, extended the upper deck the length of the plane, and then removed the two inward engines, and then so that it has a very weird shape to it. Oh look, there's a plane flying overhead. Look, with its weird outboard engines. I love it. I love it. This again, I mean, Gatwick is quite anonymous, but these are the windows that Gatwick has. It's a horrible station. The last station you ever want to use when you just arrived from like a 6-hour flight from somewhere, and you're tired and sweaty and you feel grimy, and then you have to walk through this horrible station that I think was opened in the 70s and has been awkwardly added to. Really just, yeah, not a nice experience. Needs a big overhaul. I think there's a plan for that. Maybe it's already happening now. Oh my god, hurry up. I want to close the doors. What's going? Oh, did that just arrive, maybe? Oh, come on. Close doors. Let's go. Brighton. Oh, no extra stops. We're going straight to Brighton. Okay, right. Hurry up. Hurry up. I want to go. Oh, look at that. It's brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant. That is exactly, again, this route is, issues aside, a very good route. And I say that as someone who wasn't looking forward to this, who would have probably have said, oh, do the West Coast Main Line instead, or do another something that isn't what we've already had. Don't do another third rail route. Please don't give us another bloody Electrostar. But they did, and it isn't disappointing. It's really good. And you can see the planes on approach as well. It's brilliant. It's actually brilliant. Like, this route ticks a lot of boxes. And it will do even more so when oh, look at it. Look at it. Actually, it could be an Airbus, thinking about it. It's obviously not modelled on actually an Airbus, because Airbuses don't look that wonky. But like, they could have just used a basic model for something from somewhere and then changed that. But yeah, these kind of things, it adds up to like a really cool and interesting route. And I haven't even done half the services. Like, I mean, the only ones I've done are basically the Gatwick Express services. I've only hazarded a bit of a try with a 377 to see if it had been updated or anything, but it hasn't really been touched. And there's there's one branch service. There's some depot runs as well. So yeah, that's all to come. And on PC, there's the services that can be done with the Class 166 from Great Western Express, which sadly isn't on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. They're not very interested, so they're only like 15 minutes for like 2 stops. But nevertheless, they do also make up some AI at Brighton, because they turn off immediately after leaving Brighton, so you can't play them. But they do, but on next gen and PC, they do add some visual variation to the station. So that's a sad thing, but the good thing is, if you own this game on PS4 or Xbox One, then no matter how long before you can or want to get a next gen console, when you do, you'll have all of that for free without having to pay for any extra. So it's an added bonus of getting a next-gen console. I'm not getting one. I've had to spend a fortune on dental work, on tickets to get back to the UK, on... what else have I bought? Well, PC games. I've been having a lot of fun with... actually, no, I didn't spend that much on City Skylines, because I got it in a sale. It was like €7. but I've been spending a lot of time with that, and hence I haven't had much time for Train Sim World. Also, I'm saving money because I want a dog. So yeah, a next gen console is not very high on my list right now. I did join like a Telegram group because in Spain, basically that's the best way to find out where the stock is. So like someone who runs this Telegram group just basically says where the stock is going, and I did come perilously close. Got to a Carrefour website and I could have bought it, but it was like a Ratchet and Clank special edition with 2 controllers, so it was like €700, and I was like, I don't need 2 controllers, and I'm never going to play Ratchet and Clank. So, I mean, and if I do, I'll just wait until it comes for free on PlayStation Plus in like a year or something. So yeah, I decided against buying it, and for the foreseeable, I'm not going to buy one. There's nothing PS5 specific I will play at the moment. So, ooh, again, I did say there was another 80 here, and then proceeded to completely ignore. Hopefully we're coming up to the cool tunnel. It's just like, looks like a little castle. Is it this one? No. We might have already gone past it actually. No, we haven't. So here we are. So yeah, for now I am alright to be playing on the PS4. And like as I've hinted at many times, I haven't really had the time to be playing this much, let alone making videos. So I completely missed the making a video for the Dresden route, which is another one that it's long. Like a lot of the services, like I'm kind of like, wow, this is gonna take me a long time to do. I don't know if I have the time put aside just to do this. And I don't like using the save function because, well, it doesn't work. And I don't really like coming back to a route halfway through. I much prefer to just finish it. But they did just update it this Tuesday to include the branch that was missed when it launched. I can't remember what it's called, but I think that journey, it's an S-Bahn service, so it stops at all stations. So it still might be about 40 minutes, but I'll have a look and I might do that. That's a really good route as well. All 3 rush hour routes are good. What they're let down by is technical issues. Design wise, they're brilliant. They've put a lot of effort into the look and the feel of the routes. Alright, I'll ease off now. Let's have a look. Oh, it's almost a straight line to Brighton. Once we turn this next corner, it's basically a straight line to Brighton. I mean, and this route is supposed to be, I think they said they optimized it for summer. I haven't played in summer yet. Again, I know they say like, oh, it's Brighton, seaside, sunny, but then why did you call it London Commuter? Because London Commuter to me makes me think grey, drudgery, rain, not optimised for sunny days. Commuting in London is absolutely not a sunny experience. Oh, look at this viaduct. This viaduct is spectacular. Like, oh, I should get in where the sun's coming from. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, and it has like the little boxes at each end. Brilliant. Brilliant. Another great model. So yeah, all I can say is that the route is built brilliantly. Tech issues seems to be part of the course now with all of their releases. We'll see. Next one I'm looking forward to when I think about it now is Rivets, what's it called? West Cornwall Local, because it's got a Class 150 which looks stunning in the pictures, and honestly I know people complain about Rivet, but I bought the Arosa line. Even after everyone complained about it because it was on sale, and I thought it was a decent route. I mean, the nature of that line is that there isn't that much variation. So, I mean, I know it really annoys people that the timetable, you can't meet the timetable, but I can kind of get over that kind of stuff because the train is cool and I like driving down the mountain. And I know, again, people complain about the distant scenery, but again, I just play with snow on because that's what I imagine the Swiss Alps to be. And then it never actually looks that bad. I didn't get the Isle of Wight because the route is tiny, and I don't really like tube trains that much to drive them. So, yeah, that was a no from me. But the West Cornwall local will be almost certainly a day one purchase. I want to get my hands on what are they called? A Class 150. What was that family of trains called? Something turbo. Or was it? Not Turbo Star. That's the diesel version of this. Oh, maybe they weren't called turbos or anything, actually, thinking about it. Might be something completely different. Come on, let's get to Brighton. And this is about what it feels like when you're on the train. You're kind of like, you get to this point and you're like, oh god, we're nearly there yet. I just want to be at Brighton, eating some chips that cost too much. On a beach with pebbles, no sand. God bless Brighton for making a name for itself, considering the beach is like, yeah, not really sandy. The water isn't exactly clear and beautiful. It's brown, with a brown beach. But yeah, it's a cool place to go. I recommend you visit it, and use this line to get there if you live in London or are travelling via London. It's a very busy mainline route, very very busy, and there have been numerous proposals for reopening old lines to provide an alternative, or building a new line to Brighton, to ease the stress that this line has, because I mean, as you can see, like, parts of this line are only two tracks, so if something goes wrong, one of the busiest lines in the southeast becomes chock-a-block, and there is no way around it. And so yeah, and not to mention, even when there aren't problems, it's really tight timetable, because if you can imagine, as busy as this line is in the game compared to other lines, it's missing like half the services. Thameslink are running on this line too, and they're not modelled. And that's a massive volume of services. So I should speed up. I'm letting my train speed drop. So yeah, this route is very very saturated with services. Well, pre-COVID it was. Nowadays maybe they've opened up. They've found a bunch of capacity because they don't need to run as many services because not as many people are using the railways. Blah blah blah. But there was like quite a serious proposal to build Brighton Main Line 2, which was going to be a high-speed route from Stansted Airport via Canary Wharf to Brighton, as a high-speed line. And I think they even said in future it could be extended as a second channel tunnel. I mean, that is wild. But like, what was it called? I think it was just called BML2, the project. And it was one of those kind of similar to the what was it called? Green Gauge 21. That proposal for a maglev instead of HS2. It's kind of like a private idea that gets like some funding from businesses that think it might be good to do it, or good for them. But yeah, I don't think it went anywhere because it would be a very expensive project, rail project in southeast. Ooh, ooh, ooh! The magic! I've fallen underneath the map. What can I see here? Not much. We're coming to the tunnel that's a castle. I'm going to go back into the cab for that. Look at it. Look at the entrance. It's a little castle. It's brilliant. That's how Victorians build stuff. It was like, how do we build something, this new thing that never existed before? Let's just make it look like something really old. Like if Victorians had built an airport, it would probably end up looking like Crystal Palace or something. Here we are in the darkness. I keep letting the speed drop. I don't know why. I keep thinking we're about to hit Brighton. I mean, we're close, but we're not that close. Still what, 5 miles? Yeah. This train is terrible at accelerating up hills. Even light hills. Okay, we got a speed reduction. Our first speed reduction as we head into Brighton. We go down to 75. I think I'll go to 60. And then probably go to 40 or 20. No, I'll go to 25. I think is the approach to Brighton Station. I've actually done the approach to Brighton that much. Usually I get well, I've so far in the 2 days I've been playing this game, I've been encountering problems when I like I said, not paying attention to red lights, or not paying sufficient attention to the alarms that go off because they're too quiet. Ooh, it's downhill. Can take us down below 75 just in case it's followed up by a very close. No, it's not. Next one's 40. Fine. And as we arrive, yes. And look, there's the beginnings of East Coastway. That's London Road Station, and that one is, can't remember. Oh yes, hopefully we can get there. Come on, come on, come on. I feel like those delays were built in to the service. To the timetable, because I don't think we're gonna be. We were definitely delayed to begin with, having to slow down for those yellows, but it hasn't stopped us hitting. It didn't stop us getting to good like Gatwick on time, not Glasgow. What do I keep saying? Glasgow, grab down. Nor will it, I don't think, stop us getting to Brighton on time. Get down to 60 now, and then I'll do the next 20 miles an hour sharply when we're coming down the yards. Yes, coming down the yards. Only 1 mile away now. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't go too slow. There's Brighton, and that's what the park, isn't it? What's that park called? Where they do Pride. St. James's Park or something? No, it's not that. Oh, we're within spitting distance of the sea. I don't think we can see the sea though. Should be on the horizon. Oh, yeah, it could be. I can't really see the horizon, make out the horizon to any significant degree. So, oh, there we go. Down to 25. And now we're going to get down, going down to 20. And this should take us in smoothly. Right, because I think we're coming to the end of the video time. So start saying my goodbyes. I hope you enjoyed this. As I say, it has the same sort of technical issues all the rush hour routes have had in one way or another, but it's a really well modelled route, and it deserves to be appreciated, because they've done a lot of effort, put a lot of effort into making it look great. The train, I mean, it's a different version of the bloody Electrostar, so it's nothing special, but it's interesting to drive. It's slightly different. The sounds, I turn them down for these videos, so don't read anything into how quiet they are. It's no worse or better than any other route. These videos, it's just quiet because. And if you want to experience London to Brighton, this is a good way to do it, for sure. I still think anybody who buys it will feel better if they just pay a little bit extra and get all 3 routes, because you would be surprised what you might like in the others too, even if this one disappoints you. And same with any other route. If you really like Dresden or you really like NEC, you might, because you like the idea of them so much, you might be disappointed by how they turned out. But with any of the 2, you might have lower expectations and be greatly surprised with how good they are. This one, I was pleasantly surprised because it wasn't the one I was looking forward to. I mean, I was looking forward to the 2 more, but this one has really surprised me. And yeah, the lack of rush hour passengers on, there's quite a few, there's a fair few passengers, it's not that bad. Right, I'll close the doors, see what I got. I should get a goal for that, I should do. And then I'll bid you adieu. Or, well, I'm in Spain, so adios. See, I got a gold. 8,185 AP, that suits me fine. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the game, and as ever, if you subscribe, you'll probably get some kind of notification when I do a next video, which may be in a week, maybe in a month, maybe in a day, maybe in a year. And yeah, let me know, comments if you have any criticisms of my driving style, of my commentary. And yeah, have a good rest of weekend. And if you're in Spain, disfruta el puente. If not, and you don't have a bank holiday, then oh well, enjoy your working week next week. Bye. Hasta luego.